So this is kind of a medically heavy week, and I wanted to give you just a tiny moment of what it's like to be us. So on the whole, I do consider us a very normal family, you do what you gotta do, you get your kids to school, you do your housework, you do all the normal things, you do food, play, whatever. And then there's moments that I remember that we aren't always that standard family. And this week happens to be one of those weeks that it's like, oh yeah, you've got a lot going on. Every Monday, Kadlin has a teacher that comes from the school. She is fabulous, and she works with Kadlin on a lot of different things. But she comes for about an hour, hour and a half, depending on how cooperative Kadlin is. Who, by the way, is right there, being sleepy, and I'm going to wake her up in a minute to get her ready to go. Every Wednesday, Kadlin is on hospice. Don't fret, not a big deal. It is a big deal, but it's really not. So, if you want to know, ask, but don't worry about it in general. So she has a hospice nurse that comes every Wednesday. That's, an hour-ish. Every Thursday, Kadlin's teacher comes back, and we do another hour to hour and a half every Thursday afternoon. Throughout the month, we have social workers. We get to talk to a whole bunch of different, not necessarily medical specialists, but specialists within the medical realm. We talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people come into our home on a very, very frequent basis, multiple times a week. Also with Kadlin's teacher, we also have occupational therapist, we have a speech therapist, we have a vision specialist, we have an auditory specialist, and we've got a bunch of specialists that come in, sometimes with her teacher, sometimes without. Bare minimum, each week we have 3 people visiting our home. I also have to manage a lot of Kadlin's specialties. She's got mile-long list of specialists that we have to talk with relatively frequently. There's only one that's every other year and one that's once a year. Everybody else we see within 2 to 6 months of each visit. So I've got to manage that. And this week, we are actually doing an evaluation for second cochlear implant. That is bringing a lot to our plate. So today, I have 3 appointments. First one is to her primary care doctor to say, yes, she can go under anesthesia. The next one is to do a COVID test to say, once again, yeah, she doesn't have COVID. She can go under anesthesia. And then the third is a plastic surgeon to check out her cleft palate. It's been repaired, but, just checking on it, making sure nothing's gone wrong, everything's still moving smoothly. So that's today, Tuesday. Wednesday, tomorrow, we've got her hospice nurse that comes, who I adore, by the way. He's amazing. And then Thursday, we have a CAT scan, or a CT. That's only about 15 minutes long, but she has to hold still because they're looking at a really itty-bitty part of the inner ear. So she has to hold completely still for 15 minutes. And to that, all I can say is, yeah, right. That's never going to happen. She can barely hold still for 30 seconds, let alone 15 minutes. And that's why we need to get the anesthesia on board. This next little bit, it is my fault. I did actually request it so I didn't have to go to the same department multiple days in a row. And if I can cram everything all at once, I will when it's reasonable. After her sedation, she gets to wake up. Oh, and her sedation, we have to check in at 6 a.m. Yay! It's gonna be so much fun. We have to let her wake up. We wait for a little while, get her some food in her. Then we go to an ultrasound where we're checking on her kidney, bladders, internal things. Thursday afternoon, once again, we have her teacher coming. So that's just a tiny little snapshot of what we do. To prepare for all of these different appointments, I have to make sure that all of her medications are updated on a list. I have all of her specialists updated on a list, all of her diagnoses updated on a list. I don't have to do it this way, but it certainly makes the doctor visits where it says, oh, what medications are you on? So much faster. Oh my gosh, because you have to fill it out every time, regardless of the fact that you just did it 2 months ago with that specialty. So to make my life easier, to make everybody's life easier, I actually print it out. It also has the important hospitalizations. It has our surgeries. It has the Kadlin Cliff Notes. And it's also really beneficial for when we go to the ER and they're like, okay, so tell me about Kadlin. And I can be like, boom. Let me show you. So, diagnoses, following doctor's specialties, therapies, major hospitalization surgeries, medications, allergies, food, ventilation, and trach. So it's got everything anybody needs to know to make sure she survives until, we figure out what's going on. So it's Kadlin Cliff Notes. So I've got to make sure all of that's updated. You never know how long you're going to be waiting with doctors. Sometimes you have no wait and they're like, oh my gosh, come in early. That's rare. But most of the time it's on time and then you get into the room and you wait. And you wait. And you wait. And eventually they get in. And I'm not complaining about the wait. I'm just commenting on it. So I've got to figure out what am I going to do during these waits. Today, because I really have no idea how long in between everything is going to be, I actually am bringing my computer to try and get some editing done. So I've got some really cute videos that I'm working on. Get the editing done and brought my notebook if I feel like drawing. And then I've got another notebook if I feel like writing. So basically, I bring my life with me because I never know what's going to happen. Gotta plan all that. And then, the really exciting part. Waking up Miss Grumpy Butt over here. And doing my best for her to not hate me. Good morning! Good morning, Grumpy! Oh, hi, look at that booger! Oh, yum! No, you can't go back to sleep. I know. Oh, big stretches. Hi, should we get ready to go? Should we get ready to go? No, you can't. No, you may not pull your blanket over. I'm sorry, baby. But, oh, look. Look. I got some cute clothes for you. Look, I got some cute clothes for you. No, you can't go back to sleep. I love you, though. Mwah. And then we're going to change your trach and brush your hair. Or not change your trach, but change your ties and brush your hair. Okay? Ready, set, no. Shall we do your ties? Okay. Hey, look at me. Don't look at Dad. You gotta know what I'm doing here. Okay, you ready? Oh, thank you. How accommodating. Good girl. Thank you. You're being so nice, turning your head. Okay, ready for this side? Okay. Ready, and up. There we go. Yeah, there we go. All better. All done with that part. Yeah, see, she wouldn't be able to hold still for 15 minutes. That is just unrealistic for this darling child. Hi! Well, hello there, lovely. How's it going? How's it going? Yes.
They put me back to bed.
I know.
Someone did not want to wake up. She's usually a grump if we wake her up and pull her out of bed before she's ready to.
Hi! Hello, my baby! Yes. Oh, now you're ready to say good morning. We said you were grumpy in public, and now you're ready. Oh, what a big girl! And you didn't even hit your head. Oh, you were going for the stocking. Oh, hey, look! I found her ear. Well, that's good.
How many batteries? It's quick.
Yes.
The other one's completely dead, so.
Okay. I will grab batteries.
So, baby.
Come on. And say, I love you, Dad. And off we go. And off we go. All right.
And smile for the camera. There we go. Yeah. Da-da-da-da. Ta-da. High fives. Good job. Yay. Aw. Well, you have fun today. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, so you remember how not that long ago I was talking about how doctor's appointments are always a little chancy, a little iffy, never know what you're gonna get. One of those moments was just now. We were in there. The appointment was officially at 11:15. I was there at 11. And we waited till now, which is 12:30 to get out. And yeah, now I've got to rush to the next appointment. Thankfully, it's only 5-6 minutes away officially. But yeah, I got to get to the next appointment, which is at 12:50. Woohoo! Yay! So yeah, there's that rushing around thing. Woohoo! See you soon.
Here we are, just waiting.
fact that Kadlin's reaching behind her and grabbing the toys, or even just trying to reach and grab, is pretty phenomenal. She has spent the last 6-7 years avoiding grabbing things intentionally unless they are soft, fluffy, stuffed animals or something along those lines. This is actually a huge, important movement forward in her development.
We got out of the other appointment, and then I decided to struggle with Google. And I got off an exit too soon, so I had to loop around. I made us late for the first appointment. Well, second appointment technically, because Google and I had different ideas of what certain things meant. I had to check in. I ran up to that first appointment and was like, hey, can I come back? Because I've got the next appointment right now. And they thankfully, graciously, amazingly said, yes, I could come back. And now we're sitting and waiting. But yeah, it was very, very stressful. And I'm just barely now sitting and relaxing. And I say relaxing, very relaxing. But yeah, at least I've got Kadlin. Isn't she cute?
This is now the part where we waited our hour and a half to see the surgeon for plastic surgery. We decided that to get a really good look at that palate, we'll have to go into the operating room and sedate her so that we can really see what's going on. Because she just doesn't hold still well enough in office for us to do the things we need to get a really good idea of what's actually going on up there.
To tell you how the rest of the day went. I left at 10:30 in the morning, and I returned around 4. And there were only 3 appointments. So, are you done with school? Okay. We need to figure out dinner. And then we can figure out the rest of it. Oh. Okay. So. 6 hours, 5.5 hours later, I finally got home from 3 appointments, which were also exciting. And I'm gonna leave most of my stuff moderately packed because, I'm gonna do the whole rigmarole again on Thursday, which is gonna be so fun. So, ooh, and I gotta show you Kadlin. We got home, she snuggled with Dad for a minute, and then decided she wanted to lay down, cover her face, and go back to sleep. There she is. Isn't she so cute? And yeah, she covered her own face. Good morning. I'm starting the car. So, like I said the other day, let me put a light on. So, like I said the other day, there's a lot that's happening today. So, it is 5:30, and Kadlin and I are headed off to the Children's Hospital. I've been up since 3:45 getting her medicines done, making sure I've got everything together, and here we are, 5:30, and off to check in at 6. So 30-minute drive isn't bad. I'm comfortable with a 30-minute drive to the Children's Hospital, so I'll see you soon. Actually got it done really fast. We got the ultrasound done before we did the CT. And then Kadlin woke up on her own, like, didn't do anything, and she was just like, oh, hi, it's time to wake up. So it is only 8:40, and we're headed home, which is good because I didn't bring any spare clothes for her, and it's really cold. So yeah, and she had some clothing complications. Yay! But yeah, so we're on our way home now, and I'll see you there. Yeah, so we're back home, and now normal house stuff begins. I get to do laundry. Todd's already done the kitchen, or, mostly. Yeah. So it's just so much laundry today. Probably about 10 loads. Like, this is just Kadlin's bed, right there. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun today. Woohoo! This is what? 10, potentially 11 loads of laundry from 1 week looks like. And yeah, she's still just eating the blanket now instead of covering her. Oh, until she sees me. And then she's like, nope, I'm not awake. You can't see me. I'm not here. Goodbye. Yep. And there we go. She is basically saying, Mom, leave me alone. Don't talk to me. You woke me up at stupid o'clock. I'm ready to go back to sleep. Yesterday, I got all that laundry done and got some cleaning done, and it turned out to be a pretty decent day. The thing I would like to point out is that I turned out being far more exhausted from all your standard, I'm your little housewife work. Like, oh my gosh, there was so much laundry. There is so much cleaning. And probably the hardest part about that, honestly, is the fact that it never ends. Like, you will always have dirty clothes. You will always have dishes. You will always need to clean your sheets. You will always need to do so many things. And, taking Kadlin to the hospital, yes, it adds an extra bit into my life, and it adds extra, go here, go there, go do this, you gotta do that. But it's really the everyday that's exhausting for me. Like most parents. So yeah, I've got a lot of different things in our life that makes our life different. But just like so many other parents and so many other caregivers, it's not the extra care, it's the daily wear that gets us. So yeah, there's definitely things that I do differently and that I have to do differently, and that's okay. But we've got so many more similarities. And I think it's really important to remember that yeah, I've got a lot of extra, but everybody's got a little bit of extra that, somebody else may not do, that it's like, oh, whoa, that is so much. How do you manage to live, survive? And in reality, we've all got our little things that we all do that is not a standard part of people's lives. But in the end, there's so much more that we're alike on than that we're different.